right, guys. Yes, I am Ambassador Diamond Rachel Wiggum. And we're going to do a video, a little tutorial today on Over. So I'm excited. So as you guys know, like Over, I love graphic design. Like graphic design is like my thing. But if it's not your thing, that's fine. There's still things that you can do to use the Over app. And I do have the full out version, but you don't have to buy the full out version to still be able to use it at full capacity. Like there's so many things that this app does for free. Should you buy it, like as a social media person, if you want your social media to go to the next level, I would definitely use it and buy it. But if you don't, like do the 7-day, put an alarm in your phone. So when I do trials and I don't want to continue them or pay for them, I'll do the trial and then I'll put an alarm in my phone the day before it expires and make the alarm go off and say cancel it. Just so I can remind myself, I don't try to remember that. So I'm going to go through this today. I'm going to show you guys how to steal stories and make your own stories and add your pictures to stories and things like that. So if you guys have any questions, I want you to put them in the comments so that I can walk you through them. And yeah, so we're gonna go through this now. I'm gonna hop on here. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. Black Diamond Rachel Wiggum, you got that right. All right, so we're gonna pull up the Over app. So I'm gonna log in. And like I said, I do have the full version, but you don't have to have the full version in order to be successful. So I'm just going to give you guys a little gist of it. This is the home screen. It'll show you all the new things that they have just released. They do classes, and they do classes for free. That middle button where it says yellow is where you go to start a new one. This is where you can create. You can go grab backgrounds, grab videos. You can do a transparent background if you want to make a logo or something like that along those lines. You can do that as well. These are some featured layouts. These might look different on mine because I do have the full out version, as well as all the collections that they have for the recent things that they have created. So all those are already templated for you. Now, if you go push the down arrow and come over here, there's also templates here for videos. If you want to make Facebook posts, logos, promotions, all different type of things, even Thanksgiving themes. Makes it really easy. You can kind of scroll through here and pick from it. Again, this is the full version, but I'm sure there are some templates that are on the free one as well. And then here are all my projects that I've done and saved. So they automatically save to your Over app. I am going to go first, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to steal a post from Sherry Lynn. So if you go through somebody's story and you want to steal, like let's just say I like this a lot and I want to make it my own, I'm going to screenshot it, but I hold down my finger first so that I don't get her where it says at the top. So if I hold it down, that'll disappear, and then I can screenshot it, and then I'll come to the next one. Oh, like that, screenshot that, and then I'm going to come here and I'm going to snatch this too. And then I might like this one too, right? So let's go ahead and screenshot that. Screenshot that. Ooh. And screenshot that. So I do want to find one that has before and after pictures because I want to walk you guys through how to do that as well. So I'm going to come over. We'll start with this. I'm going to come over and I'm going to press that plus button down at the bottom. And then I'm going to go to images and photos. And then I'm going to scroll down to grab that picture. Now it's going to give me the original size of it, but I'm going to slide my finger over to the left to over where this says story. And I'm going to press the check mark. Then I'm going to use my two fingers. And as you guys see, I'm going to do like this. If you can see my picture, I'm going to move it around and I'm going to resize it so it actually fits the. And you can also use the tools on here to do this, but I'm just using my fingers. And then I'm going to go grab a picture of myself and a picture of me and a crew, just like hers. Like I'm going to use her example. So I'm going to press image on here. And then I'm going to go to my favorites because I have some pictures of myself saved. Up, oops, up. sorry, image, favorites, and I'm gonna scroll down and I'm gonna grab a picture of myself. Let's do that one. Because it's all crisp and clear. I don't wanna pixelated picture. So I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna put this picture of myself over top of her, and then I'm going to press the check mark. Yep, I'm gonna press the check mark box, and then I'm gonna go to image again, and then I'm gonna grab a picture of me and some people. So let's scroll down, and let's maybe do let's do this one. And I'm gonna cut this, so I'm gonna hit the crop button, go to custom, and I'm gonna crop the side of it so that it'll fit over top of here, make it a little bigger. Yep. And so I'm gonna use that. So I'm gonna save this, but I'm gonna actually, the way I'm gonna save it is I'm gonna post it straight to Instagram. So I'm gonna come here, click it to my stories, and then it's automatically going to save it to my my phone. So it's automatically saved my phone. So I'm gonna come back over, hit close, and then I'm gonna do that again because now I'm gonna do the next one. So go to photos up on top, scroll down, here the next slide. I'm gonna go over to story, click the check mark, and then I will answer any questions that you guys have after I do this whole series. So I'm just gonna talk you guys through it. So resizing it, and I'm going to add an image. I'm gonna come and grab another picture from my favorites because I've favorited some pictures. So I'm gonna go and grab one from the retreat. And I'm actually gonna cut out some people because I'm gonna make it big enough to where you can actually see the people. There we go. And then I'm gonna put the check mark, press that button in the upper right-hand corner to save it. And I'm actually gonna share it straight to my Instagram. And then I'm going to come back, hit close, do the exact same thing for the last one. Come down, do the same thing, move it over to story, check mark, resize it. And then I want a picture of people laughing and having fun. And so I'm gonna actually use in my favorites, I'm gonna use this one. And I'm gonna need to cut it. Actually, what I can do, because I do love the entire picture, especially my Louboutin showing, and this is not a free feature, but I'm about to show you guys, but it's okay. So I'm gonna come and do a shape, and I'm gonna make it longer, and I'm gonna put it up here. And I'm gonna actually change the color. I'm gonna click color, and then I'm pressing this, so I'm gonna make it that color. And then to change the layers, I'm gonna press that layers button up top, this the third from the top on the left, and I'm gonna, on these three buttons over on the right, I'm gonna drag them down underneath my picture. And then I'm gonna bring my picture down a little bit. And then I'm gonna do another shape. So shapes is not a free thing, but I'm gonna bring a shape here to cover this up. So that's what I'm saying. If you're willing to try out the shape feature, you should. But you can still, like I said, I could easily come over to where it says graphics and find a shape to go on top of it. And then if you have the free version, if you type in free, it'll show you all the free shapes. So these are still all free shapes that you have to choose from. So I could have picked this right here and just put this on top of it. Or something along those lines. Yeah, something like that. And I could even like change the color of it. Still, that's a normal feature. So I could easily come here and change the color and then grab the color of the background here. Like that. Well, we want it to be that color. Yep. and then hit the check mark, and you see it just covers it up. But I'm not gonna do that, so let's back that up. Uh-oh, I got kicked off. Let's come back on. Big moment. Back in 3, 2, 1. She's back. Okay, so I'm gonna come here. We're gonna take that off of there, and then I'm going to come back and figure out the word she used, because message opportunity to me right here, or to me right here, or text message. Okay, so I'm gonna come to the fonts, and then that bottom left where it has the arrow, if you click that and you put in free, all the free fonts will pop up. So these are all the free options that you have to pick from. So let's just say I can use this one. So we're gonna say message opportunity. Oops. Opportunity to me right now, right here, to me right here, or text. And you can change the words. And then you're just gonna put your, oh, she did it in a different font. So I did show this yesterday, so I'm gonna show it again. So I'm gonna change the color to black, and I'm going to click the check mark up top, and then I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna click the box, and these arrows, you can't see them. So these arrows that are right here, the black arrows, I'm gonna pull those over, and that's going to make it to where it's the size, and I don't have to keep making it bigger like this or cut it up. So, and then I'm gonna put my number on here in white so it'll pop. 618. And then I'm gonna make a bolder font. So let's do that one. I like that one. And then I'm gonna make it white. Yep, it's white. And then again, check mark. Then I'm gonna share it to my Instagram, just like that. Boom. Now I am gonna come over to Facebook, and I'm gonna add that to my story over here as well. Let it load. I am gonna pull up the chat to see if you guys have any questions now. So I'm gonna add it to my story. Same thing here. I'm giving it a second. So make sure that all those words that are on there, that you want all those. So the post on social media, use great products. If you want to change that, you could actually just put a box over top of it and make your own. But I'm okay with that. And then I wait until it finishes loading. Yep, there it goes. And then come and do it again. And now I'm all set, and I can come back over to over. Now, before, so you don't have, like, if you want to, when you steal somebody's stories, you can come, and even though I'm going to use the same thing, I can resize them, or I can just go to my photos and resize them. So I can come over here and click edit, and then just come and resize them so that I'm not possibly posting that screenshot. But let's grab one. Let's grab a story that has before and after pictures, so I can show you guys how to insert different before and after pictures. So let's see. I don't think she has any before and after. Oh, no, these are just results today. Well, let's go on and still, actually here, let me see if you guys have any questions, and I'm gonna find one that I can show you guys. All right, what questions do you guys have while I find one? Oh, you know what? Here, let me show you guys this. This is another thing that you guys can do. Uh-oh. So another thing you guys can do is, if you go to Pinterest, and I love using Pinterest, it's a very quick thing, especially if you don't have a lot of time. But if you come to Pinterest, Brian, all right, so if you come to Pinterest and you click in, it works results stories. And make sure that there are stories, guys. So if you come here and, or let's say product stories. Product stories, not products. What I mean? Product. Here, let's see what this is. Okay. So let's just say I like this long hair, don't care one. And I want to steal this. So I'm going to click download image. And then I can swipe up and it'll actually show me similar ones. So even like this one, but yep, like this one, I could save that. Oh, not save the pin. If you click save, it'll save the pin. You got to click those 3 buttons in the bottom right hand corner and it'll allow you to download the image. So, so we did hair yesterday, so I'm not going to do hair again today. Let's see if I can find a different one. Let's do, I guess the hair one is popping. Let's do the skin and coffee. But again, that's not a compliance approved picture, so don't use that. But let's just find a template that we can steal. Excuse me. So let's say this one. And this one should have some more attached to it. All right, so let's just say I want to use this one, but I want to change up the pictures that are underneath it. So again, I'm going to click this and those 3 at the bottom and download that image. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else on here that I want. Oh, even this one's a good one. So I'm gonna save this one. And then I'll show you guys lastly how to, oh, I like this one. Let me pin this. Randoms. Oh, I like this one. This one's cute. Did I save it? So let's see if there's any that are like this one. Oh, that's a good one too. This person is good. They got some good stories come through. So sometimes you could just change it up. Oh, this is a good one too. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back to this. Okay. So if you swipe up, it'll show you similar, like one more that are similar to it. So like, hold on, there we go. Just move up. It'll show you like the next one on it. So I can actually save this one and I could just use this story all together. But then it'll also show more that are similar. Uh-oh, somebody giving out a soap free cleanse. Oh, yeah, this is nice. Y'all see all these? Okay. So let's go to that coffee one. So let me go over here back over to over. And I'm going to say, we're going to select the image. So I'm going to come down here to the coffee one. And we're going to make sure that it's in the storage. Brian. Okay. Zayden is running the show. All right. So I'm going to select the image and come over here. I'm going to do Google and I'm going to just say Black Girl Coffee. You got to kind of play around with this because who knows. Oh, there's a good one. So we could use that one. And what I can do, because, so let's do, I'm going to duplicate this. So I'm going to click it and hit duplicate. And I'm going to probably bring it down here because I want the bottom half of her. So, okay, now pay attention, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this photo and I'm going to scroll over and come over to mask. I'm going to pick the second option and then I'm going to take away some of this so that you can see the words. And then I'm going to move the picture up a little because I don't want the other picture in it. Yep. So I'm going to edit again. hit that button, and then I want to trace the line. So I'm actually gonna zoom in because I want to trace the line of the coffee. And really all that matters is that the words are showing. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other one. I'm going to click the top photo, hit edit, come over to mask, hit that second option, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. So I just want to show the words. Yeah, see that? Oh, now they're not the same size though. So let's delete this one, the bottom one. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to duplicate this one. Uh-oh. Well, we're going to actually have to go back and get the image again, because I want them the same size. And this is just the perfectionist in me. So I'm going to come up here and size it the same. Yep, size it the same because I want the coffee to show. And then I'm going to come over. I'm going to mask it. And then I'm just going to take all of this out. Just like that. It's still not the same size. Help Jesus. Okay, sorry guys. You guys gotta just bear with my perfectionism real quick. And I'm gonna delete this. And I'm gonna duplicate this. And we're gonna bring this up. And then I'm gonna do it again. And it's okay to play around with this like this. So we're gonna take this to free up that. And then I'm gonna click the check mark. And then same thing, edit, come on over to mine, and just bring those words out. There we go. Wait, what am I missing? Oh, I'm like, what is that? It's the other picture. So you gotta play with it. But the more you play with it, the easier it gets. Hey now, okay, I'm gonna do just a little bit more on the top because I'm actually gonna use this. Just like that, there you go. Yay. So now I'm gonna share this to my story. Boom. And now we got a girl like me on my thing. So as you guys can see, here we go. And now what we're gonna do is let's do a results. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back over to Pinterest. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna come up to the money team and I'm gonna come and grab some, let's grab some results. All right, can't find them. So we're gonna do results compliance. So just so y'all know, this is how I find my pictures. So compliance approved. Yeah, don't see it there. So we're gonna put in results. Okay, where this? Okay, there it goes. Woo. All right, so I'm gonna actually come and grab some coffee results. So we're gonna do this one. Save. Okay, Courtney, I see you, girl. We're gonna do. We're looking for coffee, and we don't want too many products in there. So if they're using multiple products, that's fine, but you want to stick to ones that are like one other product outside of coffee. So we're gonna find some results. We got a coffee here. Here. Let's do two more. Two more. She used the coffee. We're gonna save that one. And we'll do one more. Okay, let's scroll up some more. Thank you guys for these results. This definitely helps big time. That's wraps, that's the cleanse, that's hair. Let's go up a little further. Let's do, he did coffee. So let's do this one. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna come back to over, and you can actually use other things outside of over. Let me turn this on. Okay, so I'm gonna come close this and I'm gonna click that templates button. Actually, let's do the plus button. And I'm going to, let's grab a template. So we'll do over here where we can post some results on here. So let's do this one right here. I'm gonna grab that one, and then I'm gonna come and I'm gonna add the pictures that I saved. And I can resize them, and I can actually add more, but I'm just gonna add 2 per. Okay, so I'm just resizing them. And I'm gonna say, wouldn't you, don't you want results like these? And then I'm gonna come over and get a jazzier font. Don't you want results like these? We'll make this bigger. And then I'm gonna actually click edit and come over to style. And I'm gonna change the spacing to make these closer together. And I'm gonna straighten it out. And then this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna click graphic down at the bottom. So those of you can do it, graphic down at the bottom. And then I'm gonna come to paint. And you could put in free paint and all the free paint will pop up. And I'm just gonna grab a blurb to put behind it to make it pop. So I can even do this gold one right here. So let's just do that. I'm gonna drag it down to make it the bottom layer. And then I'm going to change this font to have a shadow. And I'm just moving the angle of it. And then I'm gonna come over and change the opacity. And then I'm going to blur it so that it pops. And I'm actually not liking that font, it's not bold enough. So we're gonna click edit, pull over to font, and then I'm gonna find, oh, I like that one. So let's hit check mark. I'm gonna click the box and then I'm gonna drag it. There we go, just like that. And you could actually, so let's just say I'm gonna share this to my Instagram like this. And then I could even add a GIF on here and just do a yes. Because yes, you do. Okay. And then I'm gonna come and I'm gonna make one more. So I'm gonna actually hit you. So a thing that you might not know about, I can hit close and then I can hit projects down in the bottom and come and hold that one that I just made and I can duplicate it. So now it's still saved and I can come here and I can replace this with one of the other pictures that I have. And I'm actually going to, I want to be able to see the whole picture. There it is. And then I'm going to hit the check mark, click it again, replace, and come and grab that other picture. Boom, boom. And then I'm going to actually change it so the slide doesn't look the same. And I'm going to move this paint up here. And then I'm going to duplicate it and bring some down here and move this underneath like that. And then I'm gonna share that one to Instagram. And then I'm actually gonna come here and share it again. And I'm gonna put a poll on there. So I'm gonna come here. Heck yes. And of course, it's always 2 renditions of yes. And then I'm gonna do absolutely. And then I'm gonna put it down here and share my story. And then I'm gonna come over again, guys, and do the same thing on my and then don't forget your poll. All right, so that's how you do that. No questions still? Okay, so I'm gonna come over here to show you guys how, well, that's pretty much creating one from scratch. So that's how you create one from scratch. What other questions do you guys have when it comes to over? No questions? Okay, well, that's the basics. If you can come and play around with this stuff. If you click these, it'll actually give you, it'll give you a lot of good tips. So take some time to read through these. It'll teach you how to do it. But I think the biggest thing is just taking your time and just showing yourself some grace and knowing that you won't be perfect on day one. But the more you play around with it and the more consistent you are, the easier it becomes. Like it legit becomes so much more easier to work through and, to work through and do. So if you guys don't have any other questions, yay. Okay, you're welcome. It's so easy. So I'm just trying to make sure that I don't have any other aspects. But I use over for everything, you guys. Everything. Literally everything. You can come grab, like if you want to just make a post, if you want to make a quote, make it jazzy. If you come, I know, like again, I do have the big version, but if you want to come here, I could literally come and just change this picture that they replace and put up a picture of myself and have fancy stuff like they do. I'm just going to use this picture as Zaire so you guys can see. 20% off, or just I could put in a picture of a product here. So let's just say I took a lot of pictures of products, so I could replace this with just a picture of, I'm gonna grab this so I could actually come and cut this picture to just the product. Let's move it up and do the exact same thing. And let them know Car Patrol. Well, let me make sure you see it. So I might actually put it here and then come down and change the color of the background. So all I did was on the layers, that bottom where it says 1600 by 1600, I clicked that, changed that background to white or black, or I probably do white. And then come here and say it's 40% off. Edit, double tap it, put in 40, boom, add a shadow so it'll pop, angle it, oh, bring it back, opacity, blur, boom, 40% off. Or I could even change that color to black so it'll pop and put a white shadow behind it. I can still do black, we just gotta remove some of the blur. Move the angle over. Like that, or bring it over here, make it bigger, however you want to do, to let them know it's 40% off. Like that. Yay, awesome. Well, this is great. If you guys have more questions, I'll make another video, but this is the basics of an over. I use it every single day. It's really easy, and if you make your own content, it just makes it, like Tracy said, it makes your stuff be seen more. So even like coming here to the stories that I made yesterday, oh, they're gone. So I could add back the story that I made yesterday regarding my own story. Here, this one, hey, I'm Rachel. Of course, with Instagram, when you pull out old ones, they bring, oh, and if you don't know, y'all know how to go get your archive, right? And repost stories. I hope y'all know how to do that. So yes, y'all know how to do that, the archive. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys just because I'm saving this, so I'm recording. So if I go to my profile and those 3 buttons up top, I click that and I come where it says archive. You can see your archived stories and posts if you click archive at the top. And I can come, not only does it show me what I was doing 2 years ago. Hey, Money. I'm going to share that to my story. You can't write. These nails are so long. Okay, so what you do is just come here. I'm gonna hide it. And then you can come here and grab all of them and it'll bring it up like this. So you can just tap through them and add them. When you do add them, make sure that you're deleting. So you hit share and just make sure you delete this, and I just resize them and reuse them. Hey now, that simple. So cool, awesome.